but first of all, I've found that it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I love being a father, but I also realized I had no idea about pregnancy, no idea about breastfeeding and everything else that goes along with it. We did our training, we did some classes and that sort of thing, which was helpful. But now looking back, I realized that the time during pregnancy is the scariest part as a dad, where you have, I guess somewhat as a mom too, where you have no control over what's happening and you just have to wait. You can only support emotionally and with things relatively to make the mom comfortable and prepared. But compared to after the baby come out, I can get hands on and change diapers and do feedings and put the baby to sleep and all these sort of things. But it's the part before that where I felt a bit helpless. Have you heard other dads talk about that kind of thing?
You're definitely not alone, which is why just now you mentioned you join classes and everything. My heart light up like, my God, yes. As in like joining classes sometimes assure dads a little bit more because of the knowledge and being educated on what to expect. So I just want to applaud you there. Like joining classes, yes, that's good. But yes, there are dads that like I shared earlier on, dads now like modern families, right? They are always very keen to their wives, their partners. Sometimes they just don't know how. And attending classes is one thing. And also finding the right information online. Sometimes it's really tough, right? So many conflicting informations online. Back then, with my first child, we attended pastors as well. But we didn't attend breastfeeding class because I thought breastfeeding is supposed to be natural and my body will know, I will know what to do. But it's wrong, right? And with my third child, we ramp up on the classes that we
Oh,
attended.
really?
Yes,
You
for
attended
my
more
third
for this?
pregnancy.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So because because for my first two, I was so lost. I just trusted the entire process of it all. And I lost my autonomy as well. Because I want to do certain things with my birth, I want to do certain things with caring of the baby, but I didn't know what is the right way or the evidence-based way. So for my third pregnancy, I really went all in and spent more expensive investments in classes. And this includes like late childbirth classes. Can you imagine for my third pregnancy, I went to go learn how to how the body reacts during birthing. So I went to a class taught by a doula, birth doula, and I invested a doula to be with us during my birth. And yeah, and at that point I was already an IBCLC, so I didn't know about breastfeeding. So,
So yeah, that's really interesting that after you've already given birth to two kids, that for the third one you went back and you actually went, sounds like through a more rigorous preparation period.
yeah.
How about just in general? I'm still on my first kid. We're in the middle of deciding whether or not we're going to try for another one. But how different were not just the birth part, but the kids in general? I think I've heard quotes where people say when you have the second kid, it's not just twice as hard; it's exponentially harder the more kids you have because they all need attention, and it's so much harder to get a handle on whether that's just so many more things to
Okay.
do when you're taking them out somewhere or all that sort of thing. So you guys, how are you guys coping with that, with having the three kids, and what was the differences between having one and two and three?
So coping with three kids, I would say it's okay. So two kids versus three kids is a lot more. And I wouldn't have done it so without the help of my family and my in-laws and my mom. And of course, with the help, my husband's pretty hands-on too. Thing. We are made to survive in a village, not just by ourselves. And because this modern society, we like always with ourselves and and also depends on what's your relationship with the in-laws and sometimes I have like friends who are expats, they're just here by themselves without the help of the family. Just so that's one consideration. Another consideration is then sometimes I also, have that conversations with friends like, do you want to have two or three kids because of, I don't know, like societal pressure, or you truly want to have kids out of love and the growth of the family? Sometimes this question is that I would encourage people to really think deeper why do they want to grow their family? Is it because really truly they want and it's aligned with them, or it's the society tells you to? Because every time, like with parents with one kid, their main sharing with me is every time they go to family gatherings, people will ask them, when are you going to have a second? And sometimes they don't even want to think about it because they may feel like, okay, one is enough. And some people, they're like, oh yeah, they really, really want a second. So listen to what your body is telling you and what your instinctive reply is, instead of what others should tell you.
Actually, I think you just made me have a revelation when you said, do you want to have a second kid because of love? And I never thought about it that way before. And I realized I love my daughter so much. And seeing her grow up so far these 2 years has been so amazing. Why wouldn't I, if it can be done again, why wouldn't I want to do it? So thank you for
Oh my God, you got your answer. Oh my gosh, I'm happy for you.